Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we have discussed about the introduction to the cost. That is cost function, production cost, and on the basis of time period, very short-term cost, short-term cost, and even long-run cost. And lastly, that is concepts of cost, implicit cost and explicit cost, very clear. Well, so in this today's class, we just discussed different classifications of short-run costs. Well, these classifications of short-run costs. Classifications of short-run costs. The types of short-run cost. We will discuss about the long-run cost in the next class. But before that, the different types of short-run costs. So as we already know, the short-run costs are the costs which are incurred in the production process in between 1 to 5 years. Okay? So if we consider that the law of variable proportion is going to applicable on this cost, because the law of variable proportion which operates in the short-run period, where in that process the expenses which we are going to incur, that all together are called short-run costs. So in the short run only, we are going to find so many different classifications. Let us study them one by one in this class. Well, so in that, if I make a list of that I am going to have here total fixed cost. The first one here in this total fixed cost. In short, we can also write this as a TFC, total fixed cost. So what do you mean by total fixed cost? Friends, here these in the name itself it indicates that it is fixed. The cost which is going to incur here, the expenses which are going to incur in the production process are going to be fixed. Okay. Well, so the meaning point of view, how it is going to be. So any payment, the payment which is made for the purchase of fixed factors of production in the production are going to call as fixed factors. That is what the fixed cost. That is what the payment made for fixed factors of production, fixed factors of production is called direct short term, that is TFC, total fixed cost. Means the payment which is made for the purchase of, made for, here you want add a word, purchase of fixed factors of production. So whatever fixed factors that we are going to have here, say for example, usually we will treat as land and organization, and some of the times we also take, that is what, the capital also. Well, so here what we do, we are going to purchase land, we are going to take an organization, and we also use the capital. So whatever the fixed, these all are what? These all are the fixed factors. By the use or by the purchase of all these fixed factors, whatever the expenses we are going to incur on the purchase of these fixed factors, and that is what we call total fixed cost. Well, here you can just see the meaning itself. It's a payment made for the purchase of fixed factors of production. So what are the different fixed factors we are purchasing here? We are purchasing land, we are purchasing organization, and also the capital. So by the use of all together, whatever expenses we are going to incur, that is called total fixed cost. Friends, keep in your mind, your total fixed cost remains the same. It is not going to change. Take for examples here. Example to this. If I say examples, salaries, okay, depreciation, then rent, okay, after that insurance premium, etc. So these are the examples for, that is how we are going to call fixed cost. So here salaries are going to be fixed for a particular time period, and depreciation, where in the straight line method that depreciation is going to be as well as fixed, okay, one particular rate. Rent, whatever rent we used to pay, that is also fixed, not going to change from one month to another month. In the same way, insurance premium again, which is prescribed in the policy, insurance policy, the same amount we are going to pay continuously. So this is how the total fixed cost which remains same, which is not going to change even if the level of output changes. Say for example, as we have discussed in the production, that is what the cost function, the total, there is a change in the output. Output doesn't affect on the total fixed cost. There may be increase or decrease in the total output, will not influence on the total fixed cost. Why? Because total fixed cost, which is assumed as fixed, is not going to change irrespective change in the output. Output may be increases, output may decreases, even sometimes output may be zero, then also total fixed cost exists. Total fixed cost exists. So take for example rent, whether you produce some goods or not, but you have to pay the rent of the building. Whatever building you are using or whatever land you are using, so for that the rent what actually you have to pay, even if you are not going to produce, you are producing 0 units, then also you have to pay rent which is fixed. So for that reason, in some of the competitive exams going to ask, if the level of output will be 0, the TFC will be dash 0, positive, negative, infinity. So here what we say, even though there is that is what level of output is positive, level of output is 0, the total fixed cost is going to be, that is what positive, it's going to be there existing. Okay, this is about total fixed cost. Well, so the same way, coming to the second one into this, that is total variable cost. The second one, total variable cost. We also write this as TVC. Don't get confusion, it is not TVS, it is TVC. This is TFC, not KFC. Okay, some time to remember these, we have to go through the different strategies. TFC, TVC. Okay, well, that is our total variable cost. And in the name itself, again, variable, which means change. Variable, which means change. So the payment or the expenses which are incurred on the purchase of variable factors of production. So that is how the payment made for purchase of variable factors of production is called TVC, total variable cost. The payment made for the purchase of variable factors. Here in the fixed cost, the payment made for fixed factors, whereas in case of variable factors, variable cost, the payment which is made or for the purchase of variable factors, and the expenses which we are going to incur on that variable factors is going to be called as total variable cost. Clear? Well, so what are the different variable factors that we use? So very commonly we use labor. That is what labor. Labor is one of the most important variable factors that we use in our production. Sometimes we also use capital also variable factor, but very rare. As we are discussing in the short run, capital may be assumed as fixed factors. But let us take the variable factor. For the purpose of purchase or hiring the laborers, whatever we are going to hire the laborers, for that what we pay wages. So wages. Okay, so these all variable in nature, the expenses which are variable in nature or which are keep on changing, those all together are going to call as total variable cost. So say for example here, wages is an example, fuel, in the production whatever fuel we are going to use, fuel charges, okay, and lighting expenses, okay, raw material cost, etc. So whatever the expenses which we incur on the variable factors. So it may be wages, it may be fuel charges, lighting expenses, raw material cost, etc. So which are keep on changing. Okay. So this all together are going to call as total variable cost. Friends, here also keep in your mind, total variable cost is directly interconnected with the output. If there is a change in output, surely it affects on the change in total variable cost. But it is not same in case of total fixed cost, as already explained, because total fixed cost is remain fixed even though there is a change in output. But it is not same in case of that is what total variable cost. If there is a change in the output, surely there is going to be change in the total variable cost. Assume that if there is increase in the output, that leads to increase in the total variable cost also. The same way, if decrease in the output leads to decrease in the total variable cost. What if the output is 0? If the level of output is 0, what is going to be the variable cost? Yes, it is also 0. So for that reason here, total variable cost is totally depends on the level of output. If it increases, total variable cost also increases, and the total output decreases, the total variable cost also decreases, and if the total output is 0, the total variable cost is also 0. Okay, so this is how total variable cost is totally dependent variable on the output. Well, okay, so come to the next one after these two here. Well, so after the total variable cost, the third one here we are going, that is total cost. We write it as a TC. Okay, total cost. So total cost, which means it is the golden mixture of the both TFC and TVC together. If we club, that is how it is going to call as total cost. Which means the payment made for the purchase of both fixed factors and variable factors. This is how we say the payment made for purchase of both, that is what fixed factors and variable factors. Is called total cost. In another words, we can also call that is what the total of both TFC and TVC is called the total of both TFC and TVC called TC. The mixture of both here, TFC and TVC, when we add together, we are going to derive with the total cost. So other word you can also say the payment made for the purchase of both. So as I already told, together. So now fixed factors as well as variable factors together, what we are going to purchase, the payment what we are going to do on that, or what we are going to make on that, and that is what we are going to call total cost. Other words, the sum total of both TFC and TVC itself is the total cost. Then how do you write the formula of this here? So total cost is equals to, so TFC plus TVC. TFC plus TVC. So coming to the TFC formula, which means the total cost is the sum of both TFC and TVC. Then what about TFC? In case of that, so TFC, total fixed cost. So total fixed cost is the total cost minus total variable cost. When we deduct the total variable cost in the total cost, then it itself is the total fixed cost, isn't it? Well, the same way, if it is TVC, we want to know what is TVC. So total variable cost is what? Again TC minus TFC. TC minus TFC. If you want to calculate the total cost, you have to add both TFC and TVC. If you want to find the value of total fixed cost, then you have to deduct TVC in the total cost. Whereas if you want the total variable cost, you have to deduct total fixed cost in the total cost. Okay. So this is you can use a formula to find the different values of these costs. Well, so what are the example of these total costs? So example of total cost which are of all these two, the total fixed cost and total variable cost. Say for example, it may be premium by merging, that's it. Okay, premium, depreciation, lighting expenses, fuel expenses. Okay, so not only that, even other expenses which are incurred in the production process. The sum total of both total fixed cost as well as total variable cost altogether is going to call as what? Total cost. Okay. So these are the formula that how we used to calculate total cost, total fixed cost, total variable cost. Okay. So come to the next one after the third one, that is total cost. After the total cost, we go for the next one, that is average fixed cost. Average fixed cost. In short, we can also write this as AFC. AFC, average fixed cost. So what do you mean by average fixed cost? How it is different from total fixed cost? Let us see that now. So average fixed cost, which means per unit fixed factors of production. Per unit. Here in the total fixed cost, what we said, the total payment made for the purchase of fixed factors, but here it is average, which means per unit. So for that reason, the meaning is per unit of a fixed cost, per unit of a cost, per unit cost. We can just say per unit cost of the fixed factors is called average fixed cost. Per unit fixed cost or per unit cost of a fixed factors, and we are going to call it as a average fixed cost. Okay, so this is the meaning of average fixed cost. So how do you calculate average fixed cost? The formula we have here to calculate average fixed cost, AFC is equal to, we can have two formula. One is TFC divided by the that is what output. This is one formula we can use. Or other one, that is AFC is equals to, later we go with that is AFC is equals to AC minus ABC. So later we will understand what is AC and what is ABC. So here the formula that to calculate, so AFC is total fixed cost divided by output, or AFC is equals to AC minus average variable cost. AC, which is average cost. Okay. So this is how we use the formula. Okay. Well, so come to the next one now. After this, after the fourth one, fifth one, that is average variable cost. Average variable cost, that is how we write ABC. Average variable cost, which means ABC. So here it's also same, that is how as we define the average fixed cost by taking the total fixed cost. Here in this case by taking the total fixed variable cost, which means per unit cost of a variable factors of production. Variable factors of production. Variable factors of production is called ABC. Again, it is also per unit payment. Per unit on what? Variable factors. Whatever variable factors that we are going to use, and that whatever the cost we are going to pay, and that is how we are going to check per unit. Average, which indicates per unit. Per unit cost of a variable factors, or per unit variable cost of a production is going to call as average variable cost. Then how you find the average variable cost? Average variable cost can be calculated. AVC is equals to AC minus AFC. AC, average cost, minus average fixed cost, then we can derive average variable cost. Is that clear? Fine. So come to the next one after this, that is sixth one, average cost. Shortly we write it as AC. Average cost. So what do you mean by average cost? Same, the sum total of both average fixed cost as well as average variable cost. That is what we say. The sum total of both AFC and AVC is called AC, average cost. By adding of these two, you will derive the average cost. Then another words, if we say per unit cost of a factors of production. Here we are not going to mention whether fixed factors or variable factors, but generally we are going to mention factors of production, which includes both variable factors as well as fixed factors. So if I divide, that is what we call per unit cost of factors of production is called, that is average cost. Per unit cost of factors of production. As I already told you, we are not going to particularly say whether fixed factors or variable factors. Why? Because here we are just seeing both of these two. So for that reason, we take generally factors of production. So per unit cost of factors of production is called average cost. Don't get confusion. If here it comes fixed factors of production, that is AFC. Per unit cost of fixed factors, which means AFC. Per unit cost of variable factors, then it is ABC. Then if generally per unit cost of factors of production, then it is AC, which means average cost. Well, so this is how we can have. What is the formula to find this one? That is how AC is equal to both AFC plus AFC. If we add these two, we derive average cost. Clear? Fine. The last one in this that we have to discuss of short-term cost is seventh one, that is marginal cost. Marginal cost. We write MC. Well, as we are discussing all these in the short run, we can also add short-run total fixed cost, short-run total variable cost, short-run total cost, short-run average fixed cost, short-run average variable cost, short-run average cost, and short-run marginal cost. Why? Because we are discussing the short run. So for that reason, all these are short-run costs only. Don't get confusion. By writing of marginal cost is not mean that it comes in any of the time period. It's not so. Yeah, as we are discussing marginal cost in the short run, so for that reason we can call it as a short-run marginal cost. In the same way, all other different costs also. Well, come to the last one, that is marginal cost. Marginal, we have already studied marginal utility, and you also studied marginal production. Okay, so all the same. So marginal, which means extra. That in case of utility, extra utility or additional utility. In case of production, extra production or additional production. Where in case of cost, extra cost. Which means marginal cost is an extra cost. This is how we are going to write the meaning. The marginal cost is an extra cost incurred extra cost incurred for the production of an extra output. See, marginal cost is the extra cost. It is an additional cost for the production of an extra output. If you want to produce one additional output, for that what extra cost or additional cost you are going to incur, and that is what we are going to call it as a marginal cost. Then how do you calculate marginal cost? So marginal cost can be calculated MC is equals to TCN minus TCN minus 1. So this is our total cost of the nth product minus total cost of n minus 1th product. So by deducting TCN minus 1 into TCN, then we are going to get the marginal cost. So marginal cost is an extra cost or additional cost by the production of an extra output, and that is what it is called marginal cost. Well, so these all are the 7 short-term costs which are going to incur in the short-term period. Well, so remaining we will discuss in the next class. Until stay home, be safe. Thank you so much.